Time now for everybody's favorite guessing game, What's My Line? Brought to you by Remington Rad, makers of the world's #1 electric shaver, the Remington. Now, let's all play What's My Line?
Now, let's meet our award-winning What's My Line panel. First, the popular columnist whose voice of Broadway appears in papers from coast to coast, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
Thank you. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're departing from our regular routine. We're going to introduce our mystery guest first, and I'd like to present him now, Mr. Fred Allen.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, our next panelist is a young lady who is always ready with a joke. She just told me that it was so cold today that the hands on the Paramount clock have been wearing mittens. And I know that she has many more jokes where that one came from, ladies and gentlemen. And here she is, Miss Arlene Francis.
And now, a gentleman who has just returned from a lightning tour of North Carolina and Florida, Mr. Bennett Cerf.
Thank you, Arlene. Well, the wonders of modern travel are such that at 2 o'clock this afternoon, I was in swimming in the Atlantic Ocean at Miami Beach in front of the fabulous Fontainebleau Hotel. And I discovered there that another member of this show walked those glittering halls recently, none other than our superb master of ceremonies, Mr. John Charles Daly.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to What's My Line. And panel, we have a lovely surprise for you tonight. Please put your masks on right away. Oh. I'm sorry. You get your masks on. Once again tonight, actually, we're up to our old tricks with some variations, as has been our custom of late. And the variations actually require this blindfolding on the part of our panel. We think this will probably mean we'll baffle them thoroughly tonight. We hope so anyway. A bit later on, we'll also have a famous guest challenger for the panel. But right now, I think it's time for these experts to stand up against our first challengers. Have you got the masks all in place, panel?
Yes, sir.
All right. Will the first contestants come in and sign in, please? Yes, I said contestants. We want to be quite fair and tell you that there are contestants rather than a contestant tonight in this first test of your wit and strength. And as a result of there being two, you see, we have a little writing in to do. And that's about please, from the... and now will you come over here, please, contestants, and join me. Sit right down here. All righty. Now, I would ask our contestants if they're familiar with our scoring system. Are you familiar with our scoring system? Yes. Fine. All righty. Then let's let the folks at home and those who are here in the theater with us know exactly what your occupations are. Panels, we want to be very helpful and tell you that our contestants are both salaried. With that, we will begin the general questioning with Fred Allen.
There are two contestants, John.
That's right.
Are you two married?
You've got a no on that one. That makes it 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Francis.
Are you related in any way?
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Sir.
Are you both of the male persuasion?
Yes.
Is the work that you do in any way connected with the Christmas season?
Yes. There is a relationship between the work that they do and the Christmas season, but it's only fair to say at the same time that this might well be said of a great number of our citizens. Pardon me.
I take it you're not reindeer. Do you wear any kind of costume when you're working that would mark you apart from your fellow men?
No.
That makes it 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Do you do something that amuses or entertains people?
Yeah, sometimes.
There. For instance, right now, but we would not mislead you. There is again an association with amusement and entertainment in some area of the work which our guests do, but this does not necessarily mean that they must, of and by themselves, construct the kind of entertainment you might have in mind.
Of course not. Is what you wear that sets you apart from your fellow human beings?
No, it has been determined that they do not wear anything that sets them apart from their fellow
they
human
don't.
beings, Miss Kilgallen.
Excuse me. Do you then work behind the scenes, so to speak,
Yes,
in what you do that's entertaining?
and in front of the scenes, too.
Do you create anything?
Yes.
Do you create anything that would please children as well as
I
grown-ups?
hope it does.
I would say that in both cases, our guests would certainly like to believe that they participate in planning that pleases our children a good deal.
Do you, by any chance, work for a non-profit-making organization?
A non-profit Yes, the answer was I hope not, and I think definitely not is the right one. 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Allen.
Well, Bennett had an answer that these gentlemen were not reindeers. They're not elks by any chance, are they? Paid-up elks?
No, not
Is there a product involved in what you do?
Yes.
Are you in the toy business?
Yes.
Are you brothers?
No.
5 down and 5 to go, Miss Francis.
They're not related. Do they manufacture toys of some kind?
No.
That makes it 6 down and 4 to go, Mr. Sir.
Do you have anything to do with children's railroad trains?
Yes.
Have you got anything to do with the Lionel Train Company?
No.
Small conference, please.
Yes, we do have something.
I didn't even have a chance to move, Bennett. You get a yes, then.
Well, it's strange that they wouldn't know.
That was a silent partner spoke.
Do you run some kind of a miniature railroad for kids to watch?
Yes.
Now, that is to say, again, so that you're not misled, that within the general functioning of our two guests would come very probably the operation or the running of a miniature train.
Fred wanted to know if it was the New York, New Haven, and Hartford. Is it connected with any particular department store, the work that you do?
Yes.
Is the department store in New York?
Yes.
Is it Macy's?
Yes.
Oh.
No.
What? Is there a Strauss in the house?
Yes.
Is one of you Jack Strauss?
Yes.
And now I've got to guess who the other one is?
Yeah.
Is it the president of the store, Bingham?
No.
Mr. Bingham.
Mr. Bingham.
7 down and 3 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Is the other one a gimbal?
Yes.
I'd like to see them operate a child's train right now.
Well, I carefully explained that it would come under their general functioning, the control of it, I think. Jack Strauss and Mr. Bernard Gimbel, both of whom, as you, I'm sure, know, and I guess most of you at home know about their two great stores, Gimbels and Macy's. And the Christmas spirit is running riot in New York, and happily the two Christmas spirits that we have with us have added to it because Gimbels and Macy's have cooperated to make this Christmas a brighter one here in New York City.
With the help of the miracle of 34th Street.
With the help of the miracle of 34th Street. You did very well. I think one or two of these answers may give you some trouble tomorrow.
And they
Bernard.
need the $35.
And they need
I'd like to add. And take 6% off for the man from Macy's.
Yes, Fred.
Who's watching the store?
They got some colors down there that take care of things like that.
They have
Mr.
some
Strauss?
dogs on Macy's roof, you know. Did you ever hear of those dogs on Macy's
wonderful
roof?
dogs. Thanks very much, Mr. Strauss and Mr. Gimbel, for being
They have
Well, panel, I think we gave you a bit of trouble with that. Now let's see if we can't trip you up altogether. So will our next challenger sign in, please? R.C. R.C. Harrington. Is that right, sir? Sir, where are you from?
I'm from Providence, sir.
Up in Rhode Island?
Yes, sir.
I know that country well. I used to be a Boston man myself. We used to go down there a good deal. It's about a small skip and a jump down from Boston.
We call it God's country.
That's God's country. I got a small skip and a jump for you. Would you go over and just let the panel see you, please?
Hello, Mr. Harrington.
Hello, Mr. Harrington.
All right, Mr. Harrington, will you come over here, please, sir, and sit down next to me? And my first question, as usual, will be, are you familiar with our scoring system, sir?
Yes, sir.
Well, good. If you are, let's let the folks at home and our friends here in the theater know exactly what your line is. All right. Panel. You four don't know how much fun we're having, but you will after a piece. And the nice thing about it is our guests can laugh at it, too. I would just like to tell you that Mr. Harrington is salaried, and I think that we'll begin the general questioning with Bennett Cerf.
Mr. Harrington, do you perform a service of some kind?
Yes, sir.
Is it the kind of service that would make you expect some ill-mannered people to boo you, as they did tonight?
I think under some circumstances, yes.
Well, you're such a pleasant-looking fellow. Do you work for a non-profit making organization?
Yes.
Have you got something to do with the judicial system?
With the no.
1 down and 9 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
You work for a government of some sort.
Yes.
Is it something other than the federal government?
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Allen.
Well, from the booing,
Oh, it can only be
are you involved in the tax department in any? You're not. Are you a tax collector?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing here, may I ask?
Looking for you, obviously.
Well, what do we have to know?
Well, there is a specific identification with respect to his functioning in the general area of taxes that we would need, I think, and require.
Do you collect taxes from human beings? Well, you could be a dog tax man. I mean, you do. You collect from human beings. Marriage taxes, not marriage license. You don't have. Just to have a license, you don't have to have any money to be taxed to be married, do you? Just have to have a license.
You have to get a license, yeah.
Do you well, I don't know what category you would be in. If
Income tax.
Well, you assume that he's an income tax collector. Is he an income tax collector?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe it's... Is it his position we're trying to guess?
Yes.
I don't know what we're trying to get. I haven't any money with me. I mean... Are you the head of the tax bureau?
Yes. Mr. Russell Chase Harrington, the Commissioner of Internal Revenue of the United States of America, sworn in on 5th December last, right?
That's right, sir.
That's the first, that's the longest conversation I've ever had with a tax man. Or I had something to say.
Mr. Harrington was sworn in on December 5th and takes over from Mr. T. Coleman Andrews.
He's trusting in Providence. He comes from Rhode Island.
He comes from Providence, Rhode Island.
Good. He's trusting in Providence.
He's
for the
trusting in
future.
Providence.
Oh, that's good.
But I think, if I may say so, that Mr. Harrington has shown already one of the remarkable attributes needed in this position, because he laughed as heartily as everybody else did when a couple of citizens booed. Because
He has reason to laugh.
Mr. Harrington, are you in a position to tell us if there's any truth in the fact that we may get some kind of a tax reduction next year?
That's not my province. All I do is collect them.
All you do is collect them.
Well, tell me, sir.
Does this put Mr. Harrington in another bracket tonight?
Well, Mr. Harrington is the new tax collector. Have you got any particular message for the poor taxpayer?
Hey,
Or the rich taxpayer?
Thank you very much, Mr. Daly. I certainly appreciate the opportunity to meet so many of my clients through the medium of your program. I have just this to say that January 1st marks the beginning of our reporting season, and I urge everybody to get their tax returns in early and to check the figures. And I suppose, being the Christmas holidays, I ought to say many happy returns.
Panel, I think you'd agree. It's going to be much easier to pay taxes hereafter because we found out the Commissioner of Internal Revenue has got a wonderful sense of humor.
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure.
It's very funny when we don't pay.
Very funny when we don't pay, yes. We'll meet tonight's mystery guest in just a moment, but first, here is Dick Stark with a word from Remington Raye.
Evening. Before you make any decision about an electric shaver for Christmas, just watch our demonstration tonight, an amazing demonstration that no other shaver can make, because only the Remington gives you the cleanest, fastest shave of any shaving method, wet or dry. With me tonight's an old friend, Jim Colburn. How are you, Jim?
How are you, Dick? Shall we show the folks at home what the Remington did to my beard?
Wonderful idea. Let it roll, gentlemen. Now, Jim is going to start with the heavy sideburns. Watch how the Remington cleans up the side of his face in a matter of seconds. Now, half the chin. And then Jim's going to move on up to the mustache area. Oh, it really takes those whiskers off, doesn't it, Jim?
Oh, it sure does, Dick. It's easy on the face, too.
You said it. Already, half your face is as clean as a whistle. Those 3 giant shaving heads of the Remington really do a job, and only the Remington has 3 shaving heads. Now, up the left cheek.
And here I clean off a little bit. I skipped before.
And next, you're going to tackle that difficult under-chin area that some shavers just can't get clean. Look at the man-sized Remington take off those whiskers. A clean, close shave because you just can't miss with the Remington. Now, up the left side. And it's done. Jim, that's amazing. How long did that take you?
About 65 seconds, they tell me, Dick.
Oh, that's terrific. Friends, no other shaver can match what you've just seen, and that's the kind of a clean, close shave the man will get who receives the Remington electric shaver for Christmas. Most dealers offer the Remington on a 14-day free trial plan with a $7.50 trade-in for an old standard make shaver. So, with only 2 weeks left till Christmas, let's get that shopping done, shall we? Remember, you just can't miss with the handsome man-sized Remington.
We'll now meet our special guest and the special feature of our show, which is the appearance of a mystery celebrity for which my friends are blindfolded once again. Are the blindfolds all in place, panel?
Yes, sir.
Still in place.
Mr. Daly.
Good. Will you come in, mystery challenger, and sign in, please? Panel, as you know, in the case of our mystery challenger, we go to a different form of questioning. You ask one question at a time, in turn moving clockwise, and we'll begin it all with Arlene Francis.
Well, the audience is laughing quite happily. Would this be a comedian?
I don't know.
I would think that we would say emphatically yes. Mr. Sir?
And may I guess that it's a lady comedian?
That's yes.
Was that a yes?
Miss Kilgallen?
Are you a singer as well as a comedian?
Yup.
Mr. Allen?
Are you in the theater?
Nope.
That's 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Francis.
Well, the audience all seems to know you. Are you in television?
Yup. Good.
Mr. Zerf?
Have you got a show of your own in television?
Yup.
Miss Kilgallen?
Are you Martha Raye?
Yes. I was afraid.
Pretty
that-
hard for you to disguise
Pretty
your
hard.
voice, I must
I
say.
didn't know what to do.
You did beautifully. Actually, I think what got it all off runnings like that was that everybody laughed and was so cheerful when you came in that Miss Arlene said you were a comedian, and that kind of put us on our ears.
Well, I try anyway.
Well, you did wonderfully, darling.
Mr. Daly, I'd like to say something. Whatever I might make here, I'd like to donate to the Nephrosis Foundation for Children.
Oh, we'll be glad to see that.
You all right?
You are the head of the...
I'm a chairman, yes.
Chairman, yes. We will be very happy to take care of that.
I'd be very
And it's very
grateful.
nice of you to do it. I would like to say a word, if I may, about Miss Raye as I turn all the cards over, just for fun anyway. We have an outfit called the Overseas Press Club, and the Overseas Press Club on 2 occasions has done spectaculars on another network called NBC, on which on every 4th Tuesday from 8 to 9, Miss Martha Raye has her own program. And in both occasions, we came to Miss Raye and asked her if she would volunteer her services for the Overseas Press Club Spectacular. The proceeds go to the Correspondence Fund, and she came both years very happily to join us and was a great contributor to 2 very successful programs.
It's my great pleasure and honor to do so.
I say my personal thanks for that, and the thanks of all of us, because you've come here to join us tonight.
Thank
Good
you.
to have you. Yes,
John,
Fred.
we have a little time. Can't Martha sing a song for us?
You sounded like you were.
Fred, I thank you very much for asking me, and believe me, I'd love nothing better, but I'm rehearsing for my show, which goes on Tuesday.
Oh.
And,
Doesn't want to give her away her material.
Yes.
Material.
Who's going to be on with you Tuesday, Mark?
Tuesday, I have Jack Carson, Cesar Romero, and Joe Besser.
Daly would come on if you asked him.
All righty.
Thank you,
All righty.
darling. That's real nice of you. But I don't know. I don't think I could do much for you. I don't know how to sing, dance, or tell funny stories. All I could do is look serious. That wouldn't do you much
But
good,
you're a
would it?
very fine gentleman, a very kind person.
Thank
I'd love
you.
to have you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
darling.
Mr. Daly.
Right, nice to have you with us, Miss Raye. Now we have enough time, panel, to see if we can't stick you once tonight. So will our next challenger come in and sign in, please? Manuel Nadell, is it? Let me figure. Guarda. Manuel Guarda. All right. Manuel Guarda. And this is the panel. Will you look at them, sir?
Manuel.
I feel sorry for you. Now come with me, please. We're a
Emmanuel
little bit
and
short of
John.
time tonight, so that we will dispense with their chance to get a close look at you, and I will just ask immediately if you know how we score this operation, do you? Yes. Good. Then let's let the folks at home and the people here know exactly what your line is. All right. We're a little bit short of time, panel, so very quickly I will tell you that Mr. Guarda is self-employed, and we'll begin the general questioning with Dorothy Kilgallen. 3 minutes to go.
Senor, is there anything instructive or educational about what you do?
No, I would not directly. That's 1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Allen.
Is there a product involved in what you do?
No.
That's 2 down and 8 to go, Miss Francis.
Is it exciting what you do?
Yes.
Do you ever wear clothes other than what you're wearing now when you perform your service or your work?
Yes.
Are they very gay in color, as a rule?
I don't know. I'll have to leave this to you.
Well, may I change it, John?
Yeah, all right. You want to change
May I ask if you work with any animals in the work that you do?
No.
it? 3 down and
I thought
7.
he was a big bullfighter. Oh, yeah. Ole.
Was there any special reason, Senor Guara, why Mr. Daly neglected to tell us where you're from? You didn't,
No,
you know.
He's from Valencia. We
Valencia, Spain.
You are from Spain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is the work that you do, is it done in this country?
Yes.
Do you represent Spain in some way over here, the work that you do, some company or other?
No.
That makes it 4 down and 6 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
You didn't bring over a few little Balenciagas, did you?
Whoa, now.
I mean, that's a no answer, but I mean it in a yes way. Did he or didn't he?
Well, are you asking, did you
I
not?
mean, no, he did not, did he?
Yes, he did not bring them,
Okay.
no.
No, he did not get it.
No, he did not bring them, no.
You wear something other than the suit you're wearing now. Is it another color? Is that what's different about it?
No, not basically. That isn't the basic difference. 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Allen.
Well, we haven't established, do you deal in services of any nature?
Yes.
Are your services available for men and for women?
Yes.
Do these people come to you for whatever ministrations you
Yes.
vend? They do come to you?
Yes.
Do you work in an office of some sort?
No.
6 down and 4 to go, Miss Francis.
You have a very nice smile and an attractive personality. Are you a performer of some kind?
You mean stage-type performer?
I just mean a performer, John.
Yeah. Well, gee,
You
I'm too
people
bad
watch
we ran
what
out
he
of
does.
time. No,
I thought he was
actually,
a singer.
I think this is good. He's not a singer because Mr. Guara is the world's champion high alai player.
Ah!
We didn't even get into the sports. Mr. Guara has asked that what he has won go to the Children's Cardiac Home.
Yes, to the National Children's Cardiac Hospital in Miami, Florida.
We will take care of that, and thank you very much for being our guest.
Which
It was nice to have you with
fronton
us.
are you going to be in, Mr. Guara? The one in Miami or the
I
one
play
up?
in Miami. Fronton. It is Major League.
Thank you very much.
Major
Wonderful.
League Fronton highlight.
Oh, Mitchell Front.
The only Major League Fronton highlight.
Oh,
Miami.
good. Nice to have you with us. Bye-bye. We'll be back in just a moment, but first, a word from Remington.
You still have time to make sure that on Christmas she gets this wonderfully different beauty gift, the elegant new Remington Duchess. It's the first truly feminine electric shaver ever made, the only shaver especially curved for legs and for underarms, too. The Duchess is gentle, yet so effective. It gives the lovely look of natural smoothness. This year, remember her with the new Remington Duchess in peppermint pink or Duchess blue with its own elegant case.
Now, before our panel says goodnight, may I remind you to tune in again next Sunday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when once again we invite you to play What's My Line. For other localities, check your local listings for the date and time of our weekly series.
The Remington shave is the comfortable shave. Here's our famous peach with its short, close fuzz. And here's the Remington electric shaver, the guard removed so you can see the fuzz fall. See how it shaves that peach without harming its tender skin. The same Remington that can shave the bristles off a brush. Bristles tougher than any beard. So to give yourself a clean, comfortable shave, give yourself the Remington shave.
Now, until next week, this is John Daly saying good night, Dorothy.
Good night, John. Good night, Fred.
Good night, Dorothy. Good night, Arlene.
Good night, Fred. Good night, Bennett.
Good night, Elaine. Good night, John.
Good night, panel. Good night, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for being with us on What's My Line?
Travel arrangements on What's My Line are made through American Airlines. American Airlines flies our contestants in luxurious comfort aboard DC-7 flagships. This has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production in association with the CBS Television Network. Be sure to watch Remington Rand's other television program, Caesar's Hour, on another network. Check your newspaper listings for time and station.